What's up, squad? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna play some Fishing Planet. I'm gonna show you all the new features and the new update. Eventually I'm gonna do a video by video, so this video is just gonna explain what's new, and then the next videos are gonna be about in-game stuff. First off, we got more maps around the world. As you can see on your screen, we have a world map now. It's not just like a cartoon looking one. Now it's like the clouds are moving and stuff. Alright, so we could travel around the world now. So we can not only go to the United States, we could go to Europe. I'll be doing that in the future, so stay tuned for that. I haven't unlocked the higher level stuff, but we're gonna be doing most likely this one. I can't say that in whatever language that is, so if you know, leave it down in the comments in English. I don't know, do a little enunciation thing. But to me it says Lesni Villa Fishery, right? It's probably, I'm gonna guess, let me see, it's Austrian or something, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that. So yeah, that's the new map system. Nothing else has changed other than that. I don't know how the day and night cycle goes. Maybe it'll be night over here. I don't think that's the case, but that would be pretty cool if we could travel across the world and do a night system. So let's go to the shop. Let me show you what's new at the shop. Alright, so we have new rods. We have the new bottom feeders. We have the regular feeders and then the bottom rods. The difference is not much difference, I don't think, other than these. I believe the feeder ones can be put on a stand, and these ones are just handheld ones. Both are for bottom fishing. They allow to use a sinker, I believe, which I believe that's called Carolina rig in the States, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't been fishing, I'm sorry, but I'm most likely it is. So these rods are strictly for bottom fish, so you'll catch anything that's on the bottom: catfish, buffalo fish. Most of the time you'll catch small fish, depending on what map you're at. It's all bottom fish. Bass, I haven't tried out the bass, but I'm assuming if you use the right configuration, you could catch some bass. But in my experience, I don't know. I've heard people using Carolina rigs for bass, but like, depends on the situation, you know. So yeah, let's look through them. So you could tell that this is a whole different rod, right? It comes in a lot of pieces. They have different quiver tips depending on the weight of your lures, and I'm gonna assume the current, because you have to fight not only the sinker but the current fighting the sinker, you know. Alright, so I've bought this one already just to get a feel for it. I'll test it. I'll let you guys I'll show you guys a video on that. But yeah, I grabbed this one. It goes all the way to level 27, extra heavy. I'm guessing that's for like the salmon and all that. So yeah, man, let's go look at the bottom rods. And these are just like regular rods, but just very heavy rods, right? These are for the heavy fish at the bottom, the catfish, the freaking alligator fish, I think it's called, or something like that. The big guys, the drums, these are the ones you want to use, right? So yeah, those are the new rods we have. So let's keep it going. We got a lot of new reels. Let's check that out. The level caps at level 50 now, so they added a lot of new reels to the line. The ambusher, mega tank, thunder spinner. But yeah, it caps at level 50, so we have something to look forward to. I really like that they keep adding to this game. At first this game was very basic, the graphics weren't optimized, but now they're getting into it where it looks amazing, it feels natural. And before it felt like you were playing on like Microsoft freaking 98 and stuff. But yeah, all new equipment as well as leaders. We have leaders, line leaders for your bottom feeding fish, right? So you break it off, you'll break the leader instead of the rod. Well, that's how it is in real life. I still haven't broken a line, so I don't know, but I'm assuming it's going like that. Different diameters of line, different lengths of line is a big thing. But yeah, we'll get into that in another video. Let's keep it going. So we have a lot more equipment now. They have a lot more fish huts, fish, what do they call them, keep nets and stuff. So they added a lot of that. They added new boxes and new gear, right? They added new gear. Okay, so for say you're doing the new feeder rods, they have rod holders, right? So this is the basic one that I've had, and I'll show you guys. And then they keep going up. They could hold more rods. And then when you get big, like say you're doing this on a massive scale, they come with built-in alarms, right? Let me find one that has an alarm in it. Alright, see, like this one. On your right, you'll see it says bite alarm. It says yes. And that's an electronic alarm other than the little... You could buy alarms that are bell alarms. And they work. They really do work. But I never tried the electronic stuff. I've seen it on videos and it looks crazy. It flashes blue and then it makes a little high-pitched noise. It's really cool. So they're expanding with that. New vests, new rod holders and backpacks and stuff. So yeah, this game's getting really freaking good, man. I'm really excited for the future of this game right here. Okay, as we keep going, so we have sinkers. Sinkers are, depending on what your rod can handle, and I'm gonna assume the current of the river, because you need a heavier sinker to stay at the bottom of the river. And if you don't, your sinker's just gonna flow with the river, right? So they have different weights, which is pretty cool. Can't wait till they add tungsten and stuff like that. So right now it's lead, and you know how that is for the environment. So hopefully they step their sinker game up and put some crazy different kind of weights in there. Let's keep it going. So they have bells, right? These are the bells that are needed for the feeder rods, right? Not the bottom feeder. I mean, not the bottom rods, but the feeder rods. And they have different sensitivities based on what kind of sensitivity you like. I went for the highest sensitivity. It costs a little more, but it lets you know what's going on more accurately. Like on a bite, you might hear the little ring, but it's not as if they're hooked. When they're hooked, that thing is shaking like crazy, and you know you got something, right? So I went for the highest one. You could go for these. I don't see why not. It all depends on how you fish. So as we keep going, I don't believe there's new baits. Let me check real quick for you guys. Oh yeah, there is. Alright, so now we have barley. Good for like small bottom fish, I'm assuming. It looks like, I don't know if you guys are hominy or hummus. I think it's that stuff. Alright, so let's keep it going. They got bread with honey. That sounds actually really good right now. Keep it going. Pinkies, alright, I'm gonna assume that there's a smaller version of maggots. Those are new right there. Castor maggots, never heard of that, but those are new. Yellow maggots, those are new. Red maggots, those are new. So different types of maggots for different fish. Right. So now we have Europe maps, and they have different baits over there. So I'm assuming this one right here says the target fish is a bream, and being in the States, I've never heard of a bream, so I'm gonna assume that's a European fish. Keep going. We have a cricket larva for catfish. Alright. Keep going. We have sand corn, and it targets different fish than the regular corn. I'm assuming grow on your farm. So these attract more fish. This one only attracts a certain kind of fish. I guess they players have problems, I'm gonna assume, catching a certain specific type of fish, like the carp and just the carp. So that's a thing. Vegetables. Didn't know fish like vegetables. That's a first for me. They have a new fish, silver carp fish, and big head carp. As well as the maps, they had a new fish for not only Europe but American. Bro, they're breaking out the real insects here. Predator carp and a centipede, a zeech, and a roach. They have roaches, creek roaches over here in the States, or creek grubs. Those are the smallest like creek fish you could find, usually in I think it's on the East Coast. Technoplankton is the ultimate choice for feeder fishing. Wow. So they have a lot more baits out for your fishing, right? So they have chumming. So if you don't know what chumming is when you make your own bait and you throw it in the water to attract more fish. And usually the baits consist of scents and flavors, and it just makes the water, it attracts the fish to you instead of you just trying to fish a single bait. So I'm gonna do a whole video on this. Gist of it, you had to make a 3 or 4 part bait consisting of a base, particular, and then a flavor. You combine that, and then you could throw it in the water. I'm gonna look up on what the best combination is, so you could get the most out of your fishing. So you can see target smaller fish, and as you proceed up, you get bigger and larger fish. Right. And it also depends on the conditions. What is it? Cold water, warm water? It all depends. All this stuff matters. So you want to have the right chum. Right. And boats, nothing new. Still have the same old kayaks. They have several maps on Europe that are kayak friendly. So you can see here, you can see the list of maps. So they have a lot of new maps. You still have to pay a license to not only fish there, but you also need to pay for travel, which is kind of expensive from when I was looking. And that's it, man. So far, this is the snapshot. Next video will be on, as you can see here, I have a feeder rod ready. I'll get into what I used, and I'm gonna show you everything that's new, video by video. So first one's gonna be right here, the feeder rod, and then we'll do a chum, and then we'll proceed on. I'll go through to the new maps, and yeah, guys, I hope you guys liked it. Leave a comment if I left anything out so I could blast it out in the next video. I appreciate everything you guys do for me, and I'll see you guys next.